That 70s Remodel, a Build Original series, is brought to you by Huber Engineered Woods.
This home started with all the usual 1970s problems: dated design, poor insulation, and inefficient materials that just couldn't keep up with today's standards. But this isn't just a cosmetic update, it's a full performance overhaul, and that starts with the building envelope. Upgrading the enclosure to ZIP-R Sheathing helped us boost the home's thermal performance while streamlining our install. It gave us a continuous exterior insulation and a built-in water-resistant barrier all in one step. In Utah's variable climate, we rely on ZIP system products for both remodels and new builds. They help us manage moisture, air leakage, and insulation without overcomplicating the wall assembly. With ZIP System and AdvanTech, we get fewer steps, faster installation, and job site durability that holds up even when the weather doesn't cooperate. These are trusted brands among top builders for a reason: reliability, performance, and ease of use on real-world job sites. Learn more and check out available rebates at huberwood.com. All right, guys, in our last episode, we talked a little bit about our air and water barrier and the method that we used on the project. Today, we're here in the Stephen Daly Construction offices, and I'm going to talk to you a little bit about the doors and windows that we decided to use on this project and why we went the direction we did. Episode 6, let's get going. All right, guys, we are here in the office, and I wanted to walk you through kind of a more detailed description of what we've done with our doors and windows on this project. Because it is a little different than the traditional house that you normally see our company build, we did use a little bit of a different product and a little different method when we were deciding what we wanted to use on this project. So the majority of the houses that we build, you'll see a wood-clad window on those houses. This is just purely because the houses that we're building are typically our clients' forever home. They are more of a home that they're gonna live in for a long time, pass on down through generations, and they really want to spring for that higher quality, little more expensive window than what we wanted to use on this project. So over here at that 70s remodel, the clients are using this as a future Airbnb. So they wanted to make sure that we were making the house a really well-built home. We were making it air and watertight. We were building it to a point where they felt like they could use this long-term, but they also needed to keep the budget in mind. The budget was a huge top priority for them when they were doing this. They needed to make sure that overall the budget made sense and that when they started renting the home, they were making money instead of paying back for all of the remodel that they had done for years. So we went with a little different method on the doors and windows on this project. I'm gonna show you a sample here of the type of window that we decided to use. So AMSCO is a local window manufacturer here in Utah, and it is a great company. They've been around for a really long time, and they are really well known for their vinyl product. We don't use vinyl on our jobs. Can't remember, I think we've done maybe 2 houses in my whole career with vinyl window on them, and they were both unique in the way that the clients were either a family friend or somebody that was building kind of their starter home and really needed to save money. So this isn't a product that we use a lot, but this was a great product for that 70s remodel. So AMSCO windows, again, they're made here in Utah, vinyl product, and really, really affordable. So this was a great option for the clients. They did choose to use this exact window that I'm showing you here. So this is their Studio Series, and white inside, white outside. Why is that important? Well, in a vinyl window, I would never recommend that you do a black window. We have had an instance where, again, family friend we built a home for, they really wanted a black window but couldn't afford a wood clad or even a composite. So they went with a vinyl. I just don't love black vinyl windows. I think they expand, contract, they move, and I just don't think black is a great option in a vinyl window. If you want to use a black window, I would highly recommend you upgrade to a composite window, at least fiberglass, or wood clad if you can, but sometimes budget doesn't allow. So this AMSCO Studio Series window is a great window for this project. It does have a really good rating still. This particular one we're looking at has a U factor of 0.34. We've got a solar heat gain of 0.27. Transmittance is 0.49. And then our condensation resistance is a 53. So good window, really affordable. If I'm gonna tell you about budget in comparison, so the package that we used on that 70s remodel was about an $8,000 package, whole home, top to bottom, and these were not replacement windows. We didn't have to come through and do a replacement install, so we just bought a whole new window package. So AMSCO, good price point, great for the client. In comparison, if we were to use a pellet Impervia, this is a composite product. It's their fiberglass window. It's a great product. We use this a lot in wet locations, even on homes where we're using a wood clad window. Pella does a really great job of matching their frames on their Impervia windows to their wood clad window, so we can mix and match, meaning we'll put this in a shower location or in any type of wet location and still have the entire rest of the home be a wood clad. But price comparison, if we were to use the pellet Impervia on this project, we would be almost double the cost of the AMSCO Studio Series. So that is the reason that we went the direction that we did when we were making these selections, was because we wanted to keep budget top priority, but we also wanted to make sure the client had a really, really good seal and a long-lasting home. So as we were installing this Studio Series window, we used our traditional zip flashing method. You'll notice that this has kind of your traditional nailing flange on it. So the window install crew came in, installed the windows, flashed them all with our zip tape. We had a really, really great install at a really great price. When we're talking about exterior doors, besides the sliding doors where you would see the same AMSCO Studio Series product, we used a ThermaTru product. And you'll notice that on some of the previous episodes where you'll see the front door installed. That is just a ThermaTru package, which is really cool. This is a great option for an affordable entry door. Again, we don't use them a ton for entry doors because a lot of the houses that we're doing are a little bit of a different price point. But it was perfect for this project. Because ThermaTru offers a ton of different options to choose from, the clients could actually go in and build the door exactly how they wanted, make selections on the side lights exactly how they wanted, and we could really customize that to give them a wow factor right inside the entry. This product does come ready to paint, so we did paint that front door, and you'll see the finished product once we get here to the end of the remodel. But again, affordability. That ThermaTru entry door was a very affordable product. Couple $1,000s, fully installed, great door, weatherproof, perfect option for this. Now, in comparison, sometimes we'll spend I would say average, $8,000 to $10,000 on an entry door on some of these bigger custom homes. And we've seen entry doors as much as $80,000. So it is important to make sure that if you're trying to do a project where you're trying to stay in a budget, but still get provided with a really high quality product, you pay attention to all these different options that are on the market and not just automatically go to that custom door, because ThermaTru does offer some really great options and you can still stay in a budget and it looks custom. So ThermaTru is actually our entry door and side lights. This came as one package. We were able to get it installed in a matter of minutes and it was a great option. We did use ThermaTru also for the entry door into the garage from the backyard, and also the 20-minute fire-rated door that goes from the garage into the house. You're able to customize the slabs so we could really make them match what the homeowner wanted to use on the interior when they do that remodel in the future. But for now, we replaced all those doors with ThermaTru. Our two back sliding doors are the AMSCO Studio Series, along with all of our windows. And I think this turned out great. Great price point, good option for the client, and perfect for this project. You guys stay tuned because we have some really fun stuff coming up on that 70s remodel, and you are not gonna wanna miss it. This is a great project at a really affordable price point and something that is so opposite from what you normally see us do here at Stephen Daly Construction that it's fun to watch and fun to see that you can even take a small budget, use a custom builder, and still get that high quality finished product in the end. You guys know you can follow me on Instagram or TikTok at Stephanie Builds It, and we'll see you next time on The Build Show.